give away a lot of pieces of me that no longer served this new chapter of my life. They were things I had kept away in our old house, like closets and drawers and memories, and some things had some deep emotional ties that I had to finally say, no, I need to let these things go, because they just didn't serve this chapter anymore. They didn't serve this house anymore, and they just didn't serve the season of motherhood that I'm in. And I feel like a lot of the times we hold on to those feelings, or we get attached to certain things because when we look at them, it brings like a feeling of warmth or a memory that we might have with our kids when they were younger. But I had clung on to them thinking that they were part of me, but deep down I knew it was time that we move on into a new season, and those things just didn't belong in that season anymore. And letting go felt like shedding old skin. It feels really good. It always does. It's very freeing. It's like you can breathe again, and the clutter is just kind of gone, and the house that we're in now feels just new and clean and quiet. But then came this question. I feel like it's a very natural feeling when you're done. Like when you're done with minimalism. Well, now what? What do I do? Who am I without my stuff? And who am I without the chaos and the coping mechanisms? And who am I without all of this distraction? This is where I am right now. And I'm learning how to live in that fresh space, sitting in the quiet, learning to hear me again, my own voice again. I'm working really hard on my nutrition, healing my hormones and my gut, rebalancing from the inside out. I'm learning how to cultivate a rich, intentional childhood at home for my kids, not just keeping them busy all summer, but present, connected, and grounded. And I'm leaning into the fullness of motherhood, slower parenting, a less rush, more presence, less arguments. You catch my gist. It's not always easy. Sometimes it feels like I am floating between these two different versions of myself, but every day I'm choosing to trust that the woman I'm becoming is already inside of me. So if you've just moved, whether it's emotionally or physically, into a new season of life, and you're wondering, well, what do I do now? You're definitely not alone. This is like that sacred middle. It's that tender and raw, holy spot. Stay right here and trust the process and give yourself permission to grow slowly. You don't have to rush. You just have to begin. Let me be real with you. Last week was really hard. Even after all of the progress I've made, I had a failure week. I had mental energy blocks everywhere. I couldn't find what I needed. My health felt bad. I felt disorganized, even though I've already let go of so much. I had such a small amount of stuff to begin with, yet it still felt so overwhelming trying to find places for it because I didn't have a good system at all. I couldn't even find my muffin liners for this video. Yes, that's real life. I share this because I'm only human. And the goal of this channel was never to show like this perfect life or perfection of being a minimalist. The goal for me was to share peace and presence, progress, and knowing that this journey is about tossing out that pressure to get it all right. It's about learning as you go and staying mindful of the things you allow back into your space. Because here's what I've noticed. Once we remove all of the clutter, the excess furniture, the things that no longer serve us, whether we move across the state or we stay where we are, the temptation to fill it comes right back again. And sometimes I get frustrated with myself. I will shop on Amazon. I'll forget to return things that I don't love. Somebody will gift me something and I just don't have the motivation to return it. It's not like in-person shopping where you can touch it and feel it and connect with it and know, okay, this is really going to serve me, so I'm going to bring it into my home. And then before you know it, the clutter just creeps back in. So now I'm learning to pause before I buy, to think twice before bringing something new into my home, because peace costs more than convenience. And let this be your permission to slip, to keep going, even when it's messy. You're not failing, you're just refining. And that, my friend, is beautiful. Well, I can feel it. I am irrevocably turning into the divine woman God has called me to be. And this next chapter, it's going to be insane growth. Not because I'm striving or hustling, but because I'm just surrendering. I'm letting go. I'm finally rooting deeper. I'm living slower. I'm hearing his voice more clearly. I've never felt rooted like this ever before. It's a interesting feeling. I've always thought the grass was always greener. I always wanted to move away. I always wanted a different home. I've always wanted all of the things that I never could have. But I'm no longer waiting on that perfect thing. I'm no longer waiting on the perfect body or the perfect home or the perfect system to show up as the woman that I was made to be, because she's already here and she's already rising. And I believe she's inside of you too. And this is the season of becoming, the quiet, holy, brave unfolding. And we don't need more stuff. We just need more soul. We need more stillness, and we need more faith. So let's rise together.